Hey guys, you're listening to the English Made Simple show. This is episode number 312, number 312, número 312. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is your host, Milena, speaking, and you're tuning in to the English Made Simple show. You can learn more about the EMS show and what it is all about by visiting englishmadesimple.net. If you want to listen to this podcast directly from the website, simply type in englishmadesimple.net/podcast into your browser and start listening. Also, while you're there, don't forget to check out all my past episodes and fantastic resources to help you speed up your English learning. Alrighty, amigos y amigas, let the show begin. Today's show is about train-related idioms or expressions. Are you ready for it? Great. Now, we didn't get to cover many train-related idioms in the last episode, so today, in this episode, we'll explore a few expressions associated with train travel and especially the ones being used by native speakers, okay? Something that's commonly used by native speakers. In my last episode, which was episode number 311, I went on and on about my first-hand experience on board a train in Australia. That's when I traveled from Adelaide to Melbourne for Christmas and New Year. So in that particular episode, I didn't get to cover many expressions with you. So today I want to make it up to you guys. So let's have a quick look at some train-related expressions that are often used by native speakers. Now remember, you may use these expressions with friends or at work, okay? So these are interchangeable. You can use them anywhere, in any situation. So pay close attention to these train-related words. I'm going to share some analogies to make it so you understand why it's relevant to trains. The good news is that at the end of the episode, you'll get the opportunity to practice these phrases as well. So I'm going to bring back the repeat after me segment as well. You'll get to practice it. You'll get to practice these expressions. Alrighty, amigos, let's begin. Expression number 1. On the right track. On the right track. Our first idiom is on the right track. In business, let's say, being on the right track means making progress or following a successful course of action. Picture yourself in a meeting room discussing a project and someone says, I think we are on the right track with these strategies. You'll hear this phrase spoken often in meetings, okay? Are we on the right track? I think we are on the right track. So when you're on the right track, it means you're going the right way. Keep going. I think we covered this expression before. It sounds familiar. We covered it last year in the episode number 292. So if you're a long-time listener, you will probably find this phrase very familiar. If you're new to the show, first of all, welcome. And this might be a new phrase for you, amigos, or you can go back to episode number 292 and have a listen to some more examples of this phrase. Here's another example you might hear in a work setting. Thanks to everyone's hard work, our quarterly reports show that we are on the right track to meet our sales targets. That was just an example. It was a bit of a long example for you guys. So it goes like this. Thanks to everyone's hard work, our quarterly reports show that we are on the right track to meet our sales targets. Cool bananas. Let's keep going. The next idiom is, number 2 expression is full steam ahead. This is quite new for everybody listening to this show. Full steam ahead. 3 words. Now let's dive into this one. Full steam ahead. This saying is like gearing up for an exciting journey. Okay, full steam. Showing that we are all in, committed, and ready to power through in our business adventures. Okay, kind of exaggerating with my explanation. Full steam ahead. We're excited. We are all in, ready to go. So when do we use this phrase? Okay. This expression is very similar to be on the right track, but now we can add some speed to this. Let's move forward, full steam ahead. It's like adding acceleration. Okay. Let's move forward, full steam ahead. In the olden times, there were steam trains, in hundreds of years ago. Now they travel on coal. Now they're a bit faster, and even some public trains, public transport trains, are even powered by electricity nowadays. So anyway, the expression is full steam ahead. Must be an old expression because they're talking about steam when the trains were running on steam. Here's an example that you may hear at work. With the positive feedback from the client, let's go full steam ahead and finalize the proposal for the upcoming presentation. With the positive feedback from the client, let's go full steam ahead and finalize the proposal for the upcoming presentation. Cool bananas, amigos? Radio. And what happens when a project at work is not going according to plan? Cue in the next expression number 3, derail a project. Okay, derail a project at work. Of course, in business, we encounter challenges. Things are not always perfect at work. The idiom derail a project means to cause a project to fail or go off course. Now imagine discussing potential risks in a project meeting and saying, we need to identify potential issues that could derail the project. Derail the project. External factors could derail a project. Lack of resources could derail a project. Resources could be money, or in other words, lack of funds, okay, which means just lack of money. Lack of resources could mean lack of labor or staff or personnel to work on the project, not enough people. So resources could be people as well. Okay, so think about what factors could stop a project from moving forward. If you think about a train, when a train is derailed physically, it means it is off track. It's not on the rails anymore. It went off the rails. So it's not going on its path. It went off its path, okay? In the context of a train analogy, derailing a project is like the project getting off track or going off the rails. Imagine a train smoothly moving forward on its designated tracks, symbolizing a project progressing as planned. However, if the train derails, it means it has veered off its intended path, causing disruptions and potential damage. In layman's terms, guys, derailing a project means it's no longer following the carefully laid out plan. Unexpected issues or problems have cropped up, leading the project at work astray from its goals. Efforts are now needed to get everything back on track for a smooth and successful ride. Were you able to imagine that for a business setting? Does this make sense, amigos y amigas? Here's an example and hope it can paint a picture for you. So the example goes like this. We have identified some key challenges that could potentially derail the project. So let's develop contingency plans to mitigate these risks. There's too many new words here. We might break it down in the next episode. Okay. We've identified some key challenges that could potentially derail the project. So let's develop contingency plans to mitigate these risks. Contingency plans, just we need a plan B, okay? We need another plan to avoid these risks. So we are prepared, well prepared for these risks. A contingency plan, again, let's plan for what we are going to do when a project does indeed go off track. Okay, makes sense, amigos? Moving right along to the next expression, expression number 4, get on board. Get on board. Let's steer in a different direction now and say, let's all get on board. Let's all get on board. In the business realm, this expression means to support or become involved in a specific plan or idea. Imagine introducing a new project and saying, I'm hopeful that everyone will get on board with this exciting opportunity. Okay, I'm hopeful that everyone will get on board with this exciting opportunity. Let me give you another example. I have outlined the benefits of the new software implementation. I encourage everyone to get on board and let's make this transition a success. Very vague example, very simple example, but I think you're getting the idea. Get on board means to get on the train and just keep going, okay? Let's get everybody on board. Easy peasy Japanesey. Alrighty guys, thank you everyone for traveling with me on this EMS Express episode. That's the name of the EMS train that you've just boarded now, that you're listening now to this episode. It's called the EMS Express. Sounds short and sweet and very train related. Now it's your turn to repeat these phrases, amigos y amigas. I'll share 3 examples that you can practice here and now. It's going to be completely random. I'm just gonna say some phrases and you're going to repeat after me. Here we go, amigos y amigas. Phrase number 1, repeat the following. The lack of resources could really derail our project. The lack of resources could really derail our project. Easy peasy. Expression number 2, repeat the following. I think we're on the right track with these strategies. I think we are on the right track with these strategies. How was that? A bit more tricky to say? I think we are on the right track with these strategies. Okay, expression number 3. This is your last expression, so give it all you got. Repeat the following. I encourage everyone to get on board and let's make this transition a success. I encourage everyone to get on board and let's make this transition a success. Nice. All right, guys, we are wrapping up the episode now. Before we wrap up today's episode, I just want to say a big thank you to each and every one of you. So your support keeps this show going, keeps the English Made Simple podcast on track. And I'm thankful for each listener. I keep getting messages from everybody. I get messages on YouTube, on email. Everyone's enjoying the podcast. Everyone's enjoying the show. If you are enjoying the show, think about checking out my transcripts for an even deeper dive into the language. And of course, share this episode with your colleagues and friends. Your support truly means the world to me. Take care, amigos y amigas. Stay cool and chillax. And catch you in the next episode. Until next time, hasta la próxima.